Calico on Crypto here. Thanks for tuning in. I got a piece for you guys here regarding XRP. It finally hit the all-time high, or close to the all-time high. It's trading at $3. It's been a few years. I believe the all-time high is sitting at, I think, $3.10. Let's double check. Yeah, pretty much about $3.10. So will it hit $4 at the end of the year? Time will only tell. But full disclosure, I hold XRP, the actual token, and I'm going to keep on holding. My average cost is about like 87 cents, 85 cents around there. And the reason is because I've been buying into it slowly, little by little, just building a big position. I got my goal. Once I hit my goal, then I'll look into selling it. And I still think it has a lot to go, in my opinion, a lot to go. Nothing crazy. I'm not going to say it's 1,000 or 10,000 per token, but I will say this: if it hits $10, I'm out. I'll cheer on for everybody else who wants to hold after that. But at 10, I'm out of here. But here's one reason why I'm going to give you guys why I'm going to hold on to it, okay? And it's right here. If you go to theblock.co, it's a website that tracks ETFs and other things. But I go to this site just to see what's going on with the ETFs, the exchange traded funds, okay? As you can see, they have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Sol, and a few other tokens on here. And it just shows you which ETFs are live, okay? As you can see, BlackRock got their Bitcoin ETF, so does Grayscale. You see here also BlackRock got another one, so does Grayscale for Ethereum, Sol, whatever. Let's go to XRP. So XRP has exchange traded funds, which means these companies, okay, have went out and purchased XRP on an exchange, I don't know which one, and they're holding it. And once they have all that XRP and they hold it, they applied with the SEC to get a ETF out there so stock traders can buy it, okay? Because right now in this we're going to the fourth industrial revolution, but there are people right now that, you know, don't believe in crypto, don't want to buy crypto, don't have the technical know-how to even buy it, you know, et cetera, et cetera. They just want to buy stocks, right? Some people just have Fidelity, Schwab, or whatever as their brokerage accounts, and they don't want to open up anything else. They're just like, you know what? I'm going to stick to what I have. I don't have crypto exposure, all good. What these companies have essentially done is they went ahead and said, okay, well, there's a market for this. Let's go ahead and get an ETF going. And as you can see, XRP has 6 of them, and there's a few more coming. As you can see, there's pending applications, quite a few. So all in all, seeing this makes me think, okay, so if Bitcoin got an ETF and it launched in price up to 125K, XRP is probably going to do the same thing and launch off because more people are going to buy into the ETFs, you know what I'm saying, which is going to make some inflow into the actual token. You see what I'm saying? Kind of like, again, Bitcoin, same deal, same concept. At $3, that's freaking awesome. If more money flows into the ETFs, you know, they might even go ahead and say, you know what, let's purchase more XRP, which is then going to make this price go up. But I'm going to give you guys this. The major difference between the XRP token and the XRP ETF is this. When you buy the ETF, you are only buying exposure to the actual XRP token. You do not own XRP when you buy the ETF, okay? When you buy XRP off of Coinbase, Kraken, BlockFi, whatever you use, you know, for crypto, when you buy XRP there, you actually own the token, and you can transfer that token over to your Trust Wallet, MetaMask, Tezor, you know, Ledger Wallet, whatever. Your keys, your crypto, your token, okay? Direct exposure is when you buy the token. Indirect exposure is right here, okay, which is the ETF. You buy the ETF, again, it's just exposure. It's like buying VOO. If you know that stock VOO, it's just exposure to the S&P 500. You don't own the S&P 500. You see what I'm saying? So which one should you pick? It just depends on you. For me, I want the actual token. My keys, my crypto. I want to know that it is mine. It is not exposure. You know, I'm ready for all the drama, all the volatility. If it goes to zero, it goes to zero. It's my token, okay? As far as the ETF goes, nah, I don't want to buy the exposure. I just want the token. On top of that, too, with some of these ETFs, there's fees, too. Like, you'll buy some of these ETFs. Like, say you buy, for example, this one, the very first one on this list. they might say, hey, you know, it's 35 bucks, but every quarter we charge, you know, $1, or we charge $5 to, you know, because you're holding it or whatever. Pretty much there's some fees associated with ETFs. Whereas the token, you just buy it. The only fee you're really paying is when you transfer it to another wallet, right? There's gas fees associated with it and whatnot if you're, you know, transferring between wallets all the time. So overall, if you're more of a stock guy, go ahead and buy the exposure. If you're more of a crypto bro, crypto dude, go ahead and get the token. But otherwise, it's pretty crazy to think that XRP already hit $3. Again, in my opinion, I think it's going to go to, by the end of the year, I think it's going to hit close to $4. I say maybe let's do $3.80. Okay, that's my prediction. And I'll follow up and see if I was right, man. But otherwise, man, crypto's here to stay no matter what they say. Get those bags.